Welcome students to Naveen sir physics classes. So today we are going to discuss about screw gauge. So in last lecture we discussed about vernier calipers. So in this session we are going to discuss about screw gauge. Right. The screw gauge is as shown in the figure. So if you observe its designing, so it has a U-shaped metallic frame. So in that U-shaped metallic frame, so there are two studs you can see, S1 and S2. So one is fixed stud, another one is movable stud. So between the two studs only we are going to keep, or we are going to place an object whose measurement is to be taken. And here same like a vernier caliper, so here also two scales will be there. One is main scale, another one is head scale, or it is also known to be pitch scale, and this is head scale. Pitch scale and head scale, and readings on the pitch scale will be in millimeter. Okay, so remaining parts are not that much of important. So one more part will be the ratchet. So what is the use of the ratchet? So ratchet nothing but, so when we are rotating the screw will be moved in forward direction. So when it will be make some different sound, so there we have to stop rotating this ratchet. Okay, so let us concentrate on how to take the measurement with the help of the screw gauge. Right, sir, what is the working principle of the screw gauge? So screw gauge works on the principle of screw in a nut. Screw in a nut. So generally here we are using a right-handed screw. So what is mean by right-handed screw? So right-handed screw nothing but, so when you are rotating the screw in anti-clockwise direction, so here so many threads will be there on the screw. So in your daily life we can see the screw. So what is mean by right-handed screw? So right-handed screw nothing but when you are rotating the screw in anti-clockwise direction, the screw will be moves in forward direction. That is the meaning of the right-handed screw. So in this screw gauge we are using this kind of screw only. So as the screw is rotating, the tip of the screw is forwarding in the direction. Okay na? Right. So I told you that already in a screw gauge there are two scales will be there. One is pitch scale, another one is head scale. Okay, sir, what is the use of this screw gauge? So by using vernier calipers we can measure up to 0.1 millimeter. That is the least count of the vernier calipers. What is the least count of the ordinary scale? Least count of the ordinary scale is 1 millimeter. So to measure more accurate value we are going to use screw gauge. So the least count of the screw gauge, how to calculate we will see. So here to find out the least count of the screw gauge we should know the pitch of the screw. Sir, what is mean by pitch of the screw? So pitch of the screw nothing but it is the distance between two successive threads in a screw. Okay na? Distance between two successive threads in a screw. So in the question sometimes they will give pitch of the screw directly. So sometimes they won't mention what is the pitch of the screw. So in that cases the different way of hint will be given to find out the pitch of the screw. Let us see that what kind of hint they are going to give in the question. So for suppose this is a screw, and it is head scale, and here you can see one line on it. this line is known to be reference line. Okay, so on this some threads will be present on this. These are the threads. Threads nothing but if you see a nut, on that nut you can see some cuts on it, so they are known to be threads. Okay na? So the distance between two successive threads is known to be pitch of the screw. If they mention directly in the question, it is easy to find out least count. For suppose they won't mention the pitch of the screw, they will give the hint like this: the screw advances 2 millimeter when the screw makes 2 rotations. There is no information about the pitch of the screw. What information they gave? The advancement of the screw, that means the distance travelled by the screw per 2 rotations they given. So in that case we should calculate the pitch of the screw. So pitch of the screw is equals to distance travelled by screw by number of rotations. So what is the distance travelled by the screw in this case? 2 millimeter. And then how many rotations it's made? 2. Therefore 1 millimeter is the pitch of the screw. So pitch nothing but simply it is the distance travelled by the screw per number of rotations, or it is the distance between the two successive threads. That means after completion of rotation, the screw is advances 1 thread in forward direction. That is the meaning of the pitch of the screw. Okay. So next, sir, how to find out its least count? So least count is equals to pitch of the screw by number of divisions on head scale. So generally the pitch of the screw in common screw gauge, the pitch of the screw will be 1 millimeter. Okay na? So the number of divisions on the head scale, total 100. Number of divisions on head scale, that means they are dividing this 1 millimeter into 100 equal parts. So there we divide in vernier calipers 1 millimeter as 10 equal parts, and here we are dividing 1 millimeter as 100 equal parts. Therefore pitch of the screw will be 1 millimeter by 100. Therefore 0.01 millimeter is the least count of the screw gauge. So for specially designed screw gauges, there may be changes in that least count. So according to that number of divisions, according to the pitch of the scale, we are going to calculate the least count of the screw gauge. Okay na? Right. Now here like same vernier calipers, here also the device may have errors. Let us discuss about the errors. So I told you that on main scale or on pitch scale the line is present, that line is known to be reference line, or it is known to be index line. Okay na? So the readings on the head scale 100 equal divisions, and this is 99, and this is 1, and this is 0. Like that the readings will be present on head scale. So if the 0th division of head scale is coincide with the index line, okay na? So 0th division of the head scale is coincide with the reference line, then there is no 0 error. Next, if the 0th division of the head scale is below the reference line, below the reference line, then the error is known to be positive zero error. If the error is positive, then correction, already we know that the correction should be negative. Right, next one. If it is above the, if the 0th division of head scale is above the reference line, then the error is known to be negative zero error. Then correction is positive. So these are the possible errors in the instrument. So already we know that types of errors. So these instrumental errors comes under the group of the random errors. Sorry, these will comes under the group of systematic errors. So why it is systematic error? So systematic error nothing but it always occurs in the same direction. If the device is of negative zero error, then in all the measurements we are going to get a negative zero error only. That's why the reason is known. That's why these errors are known to be systematic errors. So zero errors are comes under the group of systematic error, or instrumental errors also comes under the group of systematic errors. Now let us take a look about how to take the measurement and how to find out the final result by using the screw gauge. So total reading of a screw gauge. So for suppose we are fixing the object inside it. So I am going to find out the diameter of the sphere. So to find out the diameter of the sphere, so first we should take pitch scale reading. That means which number is crossed by the head scale, that we can take here. So how many parts is crossing? 1, 2, 3. It is not reaching to 4, it crosses free. That means pitch scale reading is 3. Then in the same way, so which line or which division is exactly aligned with the index line? So which line? This is 30, so 40, 39, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So head scale reading is 35. For suppose least count they given like this 0.01 millimeter. So here one more important point, the pitch scale reading will be in millimeter itself. Okay, now we can use the formula total reading. So total reading formula is PSR plus HSR into LC. This is the formula for total reading. It is right. So total reading is equals to PSR plus HSR into LC. So in that last example, so 3 plus 35 into 0.01, therefore 3.35 millimeter is the reading diameter of that sphere. So in this way we can find out the reading by using the screw gauge. And then error. So how to find out the error? Error also same. So which part is crossing? PSR plus HSR into LC. Therefore we are going to get the error. If it is below the index line, it is positive error, correction to be negative. If it is above the index line, it is negative error, correction to be positive. So in that way we can take the reading with the help of the screw gauge up to 0.01 millimeter or 0.001 centimeter. Okay, right.